Fly with me to the soulful forest, that's where you will find the answers to so many questions floating around your mind. For in the soulful forest there's so much to see and do. But best of all, in the soulful forest, you'll discover you. Climb the tranquil tree with me, that's where new friendships start. Spend time at Camp Kindness and you'll open up your heart. Mindful Mountains where you'll learn today's the best by far. Reflect on the reflecting pond and you'll learn who you are. In the tranquil tree you'll discover home sweet home. That's where the sweethearts welcome you, so you won't be alone. And if you find you're mad or sad or someone's left you flat, the field of forgiveness will help you take care of that. So fly with me to the soulful forest where there's sure to be lots of songs and stories, safety and serenity. The soulful forest is a place where all your dreams come true. And best of all, you'll find your answers right inside of you.
Hi, my name is Terry, and did that sound like a Disney song? It did, didn't it? It was actually written by a gentleman named David Friedman, and he is a Disney composer. And he made that song just for you and just for a very special book. And the book is called Soulful Sydney Explores Diversity. And I'm going to read it to you. I want you to know that it takes place in a very special location. It's called the Soulful Forest. And the only way in to the Soulful Forest is through the Garden of Gratitude, because we know that all good things start in gratitude. Let's take a trip inside and find out what Soulful Sydney finds inside the Soulful Forest. Are you ready? I am too. This was written by me. My name is Terry Murphy, and my sister, her name is Deborah Clark, and another wonderful little girl named Miriam Aziz. She was only 10 years old when we wrote this book. This is what you call a collaboration. A collaboration is when people get together and do something and cooperate. This was a collaboration of 3 writers, and we wrote it just for you. You ready? Soulful Sydney Explores Diversity. And that's Sydney, and that's her little dog Max. Okay, here we go. Soulful Sydney Explores Diversity by Miriam Aziz, Terry Murphy, and Deborah Clark. And this book is dedicated to every child on earth. That's you. May you have a peaceful, soulful forest right inside of you. Sydney and her dog Max see new neighbors next door, and Sydney tells Max, I hope there are kids like before. Wondering together who they might be, they count parents and a girl, a family of 3. Eagerly, Sydney runs on ahead. Cautiously, Max takes a little longer to tread. For covering the girl's head is a scarf of dark blue, and Max is suspicious of anything new. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. There's Unity Movers. Can you see that? Unity Movers. He started to growl, fear raising his hair, baring his teeth through a menacing glare. To protect this young girl with skin so fair, Sydney clearly warned, Max, don't you dare. Beneath the blue scarf were chocolate brown eyes, and a smile so sweet it would be hard to disguise the warmth and the kindness when her friendly voice called to Sydney, who became completely enthralled. She said, my name is Sydney, and my dog, who seems rude, is Max, and fear sometimes ruins his mood. Nodding, the girl said, a hijab can seem like something strange, but talking about it helps people and dogs to change. Petting Max to soothe him, Sydney said, help me understand. And the girl with the big eyes held out a friendly hand. "My name is Miriam, and if you come beside me to sit, I'll share my lunch and tell you all about it." "Thank you so much," replied Sydney, feeling happy, and even Max stopped acting mean and snappy. While Miriam explained the hijab upon her head, they took time to relax and together break bread. As they sat under the shade of the giant oak tree, becoming good friends, this party of three, Miriam said, "Muslims aren't about hocus pocus. Character, dignity, and respect are our main focus. I wish there was a place where we could all learn about religions and cultures, and all kids get a turn." Sydney exclaimed, "Maybe if we look, we'll find such a place where there's regard for all faiths and respect for each race." I'm thinking soulful forest, right? And so Sydney asked Miriam to join on a quest to put their theory of acceptance to the test. Through the garden gate, the answers were near. Little did they know, it was crystal clear, that by adopting just the right attitude, they could enter into the garden of gratitude. Looks like a nice place, right? Garden of gratitude. Counting their blessings as the gate opened wide, Sydney and Miriam became each other's guide. They found the entrance by being grateful and kind on this journey to a place to quiet their minds. Have you ever done that? Have you ever just gotten quiet and counted your blessings? Had a little bit of gratitude? And when we're thankful, good things happen. And they were able to go into going into the soulful forest. Sounds like a great thing, doesn't it? With awe and respect through the garden they wander until they find a pond where they can ponder about the world they want to create, a world of understanding, not of hate. At this pondering pond, they see their reflection. It's free of prejudice, hostility, and rejection. I made a mistake. I'm going to do that line again, okay? At this pondering pond, they see their reflection, and it's free of prejudice, hostility, and rejection. Looks like a nice pond, doesn't it? I think so. I love this page. At the field of forgiveness, they pause to assess what has made this world such an unpleasant mess. It's there that they realize, in order to live, people must be willing to overcome and forgive, and come to an agreement that this world is a place to fill with compassion, kindness, and grace. Look how happy they are in the field of forgiveness. Even Max looks happy. That's what happens when we learn to forgive. It's true. Arm in arm as they travel to their destination, they realize the value of how education will help them to spread harmony and peace and convince all people that hatred must cease. They look happy, don't they? This is the place they avoided. They avoided Camp Chaos at Bellyacres Farm, where everyone seems constantly alarmed. There's also a lot of screens. I'm just saying there's a lot of screens. Under a tranquil tree, they sat and got quiet. Even Max settled down and decided to try. Serene and calm in a meditative pose, both girls relaxed with their eyes gently closed. This moment of silence was all they would need for the girls to accept that they must proceed. It looks like a nice thing to do, right? When we're getting ready to do a task or go somewhere, take a moment to relax and breathe. Sounds like a good idea. They would soon understand as they continued their tour, they would find the remedy that would help to cure so many of the ills that affect humankind with education, respect, and an open mind. I love this page. Rounding a corner, such a sight they did see. Children sharing and playing and laughing with glee. Kids of all faiths and color of skin, yet treating each other like they were kin. Do you know what kin is? Kin is another word for family. Yeah, they were treating each other like they were family. I love this page. Diversity University was the destination where Sydney and Miriam stared in fascination. They saw Christians and Muslims and Jewish kids too, Buddhists and Taoists, as well as Hindu, Catholics and Protestants and Baha'i. There was no way that anyone could deny that peace and harmony had been found, with acceptance and kindness all around. I want to go to Diversity University in the Soulful Forest. What about you? Looks like a nice place. And you know, this place is not depicted on any map or chart. It ultimately resides inside each person's heart. Your own compassion can always be found if you keep your mind open and just look around. Be grateful for the differences as we learn to accept why it's more vital to include than it is to reject. People whose background is different from yours and whose stories and beliefs you should explore. For when people find love in a world of hate, loving kindness is the language they create. I like this book, maybe because I was one of the writers. I hope you liked it too. And I want you to think about the very beginning of the story, when Miriam came over to meet Sydney. What would have happened if Miriam would have said, "Your dog doesn't like me, so I don't want to be friends with you"? And what would have happened if Sydney said to Miriam, "You know what? My dog doesn't like you, so I don't want to be friends with you"? That would have changed the whole story, right? So maybe what we do affects how the story goes. What do you think? I hope you like the book. If you heard a couple of things while I was reading the story, one of them could have been my dog. Her name is Lucy, and sometimes she snores really loud. And the other thing that you may have heard was my birds. I've got two little Gouldian finches, Gouldin, Gouldian finches. I really like having animals in the house. These are my pets and I love them. Sometimes they make a little bit of noise though. Bye.